Hello everyone. In this video I'd like to share with you one of my favorite pasta recipes, which is also extremely quick and delicious. It's a tomato pasta pomodoro, an Italian recipe, and it doesn't have many ingredients. So you will need durum-wheat pasta, in this case is penne. If you want to make sure it's durum-wheat, just read the cooking time. If it's above 10 minutes, it's durum-wheat. I will use these herbs. It's not mandatory, it's optional, but I like the color. You can use basil, it will give more flavor, so I recommend using basil for this recipe. Tomato sauce, you can see the recipe in the description. The only difference in this case is that I added a little bit more water, cooked the sauce 8 more minutes and strained it. Please don't blend it with blender, because when you blend it, it loses color, it becomes pale, it becomes white. You don't want that. So if you want it to be really like dark and have a rich color, you should use a strainer with a big spoon. Tomatoes, garlic, a lot of garlic, some chili peppers, which are optional, you can skip them, but I prefer to have some spiciness. Pepper, salt, and cheese. In this case it's cheddar, but you can use any hard cheese. So we need to preset the water and pan at the same time. I'm gonna cook it at the same time. I'm gonna set the low heat, peel the garlic. I'm gonna cut the chilies without touching, trying not to touch them too much. At the same time, let's set the water, because durum-wheat pasta takes a long time to be cooked, so we're gonna do this at the same time. The water should be extremely salty, 10 grams of salt for 1 liter, so it should be like seawater. Vegetable oil, let's prepare the tomatoes. The main flavor will be in the sauce. These tomatoes will be just for texture, to have some pieces of tomatoes in the sauce. The water is boiling. Mix the salt and pasta. The pan is too hot, so I deglazed it a little to reduce the temperature. Large dishes. It's really important to reduce the water temperature, because we don't want to have it to boil it. Put the tomatoes in the pan. Mix the pasta from time to time. Your goal is to make the tomatoes soft. You don't have to turn them into a mash. To balance the salt, you can add just a little bit of this pasta water. And then the tomato sauce. Be careful with the tomato sauce, because it splashes. So what I recommend doing is to bring it to a boil, then reduce the temperature to a minimum so it simmers, and put a lid on to take all the splashes. Just simmer it like that for a while. Meanwhile, mix the pasta from time to time to prevent it from sticking to each other. And that's it. Let's wait until our tomato sauce is cooked. By the way, I forgot to add black pepper. So the black pepper, and then wait until it's cooked. Okay, it's been 9 minutes. The pasta is al dente. You can define it by tasting it. In this case, I added too little water for this pasta. It's recommended to have at least twice as volume of water as pasta, but I just don't have a bigger pot. If you have a bigger one, just use a bigger one. That will be right. So when you cook pasta, when you make pasta, if it says 12 minutes, you need to slightly undercook it, because our end result should be al dente when we serve it. Al dente is around 11 minutes. But at the same time, we're gonna add the pasta to the sauce and cook it for a while. And then there will be some additional cooking after you turn off the heat, because the remaining heat will keep cooking the pasta. So there's two things. First, it's really important to undercook it. So if the package says cook for 12 minutes, cook it for 9. And the second point is that if you're not gonna serve it right away, you should replace it in a cold and heat-proof bowl. You should not leave it in the same pan, because its bottom, especially if it's thick, contains a lot of heat that will keep cooking your pasta, and eventually, if you leave it like that, it will be overcooked. It won't be al dente at all. So what we're gonna do now is to add the pasta to the sauce. The sauce is really thick. It's good. That's what we need. Mix it. Another rule: when you add cheese, you should not cook the cheese. So you should add cheese only after the heat is off. Turn off the heat. Mix the cheese. And it's ready. Let me try it. Yeah, that's good. Combination of a little bit spiciness, a rich flavor of tomatoes, thanks to the sauce, because the sauce is really saturated with tomato flavor. And also the pasta is not overcooked, it's just al dente, right what we need. And here it is, pasta pomodoro. It's really delicious. It has a nice combination of flavors. It takes very little time to prepare. So you can try this at home. I think you will like this. That's it. If you liked the video, give it a like. Let me know in the comments what you think about this recipe. And you can subscribe to my channel to see new videos. Thank you for watching.